Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm super excited to talk to you about a little bit about Prodigy Math Tutoring. So our agenda real quick. I'll do a quick little introduction, talk about why tutoring, give you a quick little brief explanation about Prodigy Math Tutoring itself. And then we'll go through and take a quick look at what Prodigy here and what tutoring at Prodigy really looks like. So, hi. My name's Tyler. I'm a manager here at Prodigy Math Tutoring. I actually started about a year ago as one of our very first tutors. And now I help train tutors on our best practices to make sure that your children receive the best possible instruction that they can. And I'm really, really passionate about our tutoring platform. I think we're doing something that's brand new and innovative. And I want to make sure tonight that we're here to help you understand what's going on. Part of this is that we want to support your children's learning needs. And real quick, just so I can get a sense of the room, how many of you have currently enrolled your child in some form of like extracurricular math that isn't Prodigy? This could be like after school tutoring, it might be another math program, or even watching like an educational TV show. There should be a poll up on your screen if you're joining us on Zoom. You can answer there. All right. Awesome. So it seems like a bunch of you have, which is super cool to hear. But I want to talk specifically about what Prodigy Math Tutoring does and how we can help your child. So real quick, why might you choose tutoring for your child? Well, we know that the research shows that by enrolling your child in tutoring, it's going to lead to all confidence across subjects, and that this can really foster a love of learning and give your child that boost of knowledge. But more importantly, when your child's enrolled in tutoring, research also shows that they find the content to be more enjoyable, they find it more fun, and they tend to like it more, which is why it's so important for us here at Prodigy that we do this right. And so we know that millions of parents, just like yourselves, use Prodigy Math Tutoring, or use Prodigy itself to make math fun and effective. And we want to do the same exact thing with our tutoring sessions here. So what exactly is Prodigy Math Tutoring? Our math tutoring platform is specifically designed for children's in grades 1 through 8. And we do this either through a daily session with your child happening every day, or maybe once or twice a week, or even just once a week, and pair them with a phenomenal tutor. We do this all throughout the process of trying to keep our tutors and you informed about how your child is doing. And the best part is it's done straight from the comfort of your own home. And real quick, before we go, are there any questions around our math tutoring platform? Because I want to take a quick pause and see if there's anything that's on people's minds right now. Awesome, not seeing anything. We'll continue on. So there's 3 specific types of kids that we tend to work with. We found that parents come to us for one of 3 key categories. The first of these is remediation. So maybe for one reason or another, your child is struggling in school or with a particular topic, and you need help getting them up to speed. Sometimes it's homework and classwork help. Uh, as I'm sure you might know as a parent, a math today looks vastly different than when we were in school. Um, it can be a little bit challenging to sometimes understand exactly what your child's working on. And so I've worked with children and parents before who simply want us just to help them with their homework and their classwork as well. And last but not least, there's also a chance for extension. So if your child's already doing what they can do at school, but you want them to get that little bit of extra push, we're here to help support them and take them further than they have ever been before. Now, I want to take a quick second to tell you a story about Victoria. I worked with both of her children uh, when I was tutoring, and they were some phenomenal kids. And the youngest one and the oldest one were slightly different in that the youngest one hated doing math. And the older one, he liked it a little bit, but to be quite honest, he was stuck in school and his teacher wasn't doing the best job of instructing him. And what I found was that by trying to get to know these kids and really dig deep into what made them tick, we were able to have some phenomenal math tutoring sessions that really brought them up to the next level. So for the youngest one, I quickly realized he was super big into video games. He was playing Borderlands at the time. And so once I started to modify my problems so they were a little bit about this game, we started to talk about that. It made it so that he started enjoying coming to our sessions, which made doing the math so much easier. On the other hand, the oldest son who was going into 8th grade, he just needed a second person to sort of take it a little bit slower and walk him through everything. And all of this was done from the comfort of their own kitchen, which was great because their mom could get a chance to breathe for a second and not worry about what her two kids were doing. And so super big shout out to Victoria. We had an awesome time with her kids. And right now they have some phenomenal math tutoring experiences here. And so I want you to take a quick second to think of your favorite teacher. What are their qualities that they exhibit? Uh, so we'll put up a quick poll so you can think. Is it that they knew exactly what you were teaching better than anyone else? Was it that you formed a connection with them? You found them personable? Did they make learning fun? Or maybe it was a combination of all of the above. Here on YouTube, we'll take a quick second to put the poll question up as well. Give us 1 second here. So once again, that was they knew they were teaching better than anyone else. You formed a connection with them and you found them personable, or they made learning fun. So all of the above. Awesome. And so the thing is that oftentimes when I ask this question to parents, it comes up that it is all of the above because the best teachers are the ones who go above and beyond no matter what. And so we try to emulate that when we're hiring our tutors. And we put our tutors through a super rigorous training process and screening process so that your child is going to have the best instruction possible. So first and foremost, all of our tutors are real actual teachers. You're not going to get some kid who's in high school or college trying to do this on the side. It's not someone who's at the tail end of their career. It's someone who's had actual experience in the classroom and is really going to be there to adapt to whatever your child's respective needs are. We screen people based on their personality and are they going to be the type of person who can really drive home that tutor-tutee connection that we talked about before? Because this continuous relationship is so key. If your child doesn't like their tutoring session, there's not a chance that they're going to show up and enjoy what's going on. We're here to make math fun. The people we hire not only are great math educators, but they're super enjoyable and entertainers at the same time. They're going to get to know your child just as well as you to make sure that we can tailor their experience to everything that they want. And last but not least, we make sure that our tutors have access to your child's data across any time. So what this means is that once you're a part of our tutoring platform, we can actually get your tutor to visualize and see what it is that your child has struggled on in Prodigy. And this opens up a realm of possibilities. So if we know that, say, for example, your child is working on adding fractions in Prodigy. So first week, we take a look and we're doing some add-in fractions work. The next week, when we go into that and we take a look at their data and we see not only have they mastered adding fractions, they've done subtracting fractions, fractions with different denominators, that gives our tutors an idea of, hey, we should move into some more difficult topics. Maybe it's time to tackle multiplication of fractions or division of fractions. But also on the same end, if they're struggling in an area, we know immediately how we can address that, and we can serve to remediate that to make sure that their learning experience is better than it's ever been. So what exactly happens during a tutoring session, you might be wondering? First and foremost, it's a one-on-one learning experience. We firmly believe that the best tutoring occurs when there's that one-on-one relationship. So this isn't going to be group tutoring. It's going to be the same teacher slash tutor every single time that you log in, so that your person can get a great chance to really, really understand your child. Second, it's about 30 minutes long. And we played around with this. We tried 45-minute sessions. We tried an hour-long session. And to be quite honest, the youngest kiddos, those like first, second, third, fourth graders, after 30-ish minutes, that was when they were starting to hit the like peak of their attention span. And yes, we do have some of them who sign up for an hour-long lesson, but for the most part, we are really honing in on that 30-minute time frame. And in those 30 minutes, we can teach your kid just about any topic and make sure that we delve really deep into that and develop a firm and solid understanding. But it also allows us a chance to ask a couple of questions, see how they're doing, see how their day was going, all part of that rapport building, so that the next time that they come to a tutoring session, they're not only ready to learn math, they're eager and they're excited. Often, we also get questions about where is the session hosted? So we use Zoom. One of the super cool things about Zoom is that not only are there super cool like security features, so we've got everything locked behind a waiting room and a unique link for each session so that no random stranger is joining. But there's an interactive whiteboard component as well that they can go back and forth with, and even an annotation component. So one thing that a lot of people don't realize about Zoom is you can actually annotate right on the screen. So if you want to draw a happy face or we're trying to solve a problem, it's super useful for us to highlight exactly what they're doing. And we can draw their attention to any particular problem that we might be working on, which is super, super awesome. And the best part is any person who's part of our sessions can do this back and forth as well. You'd be shocked at how into math kids get when they learn that they can just do it straight from the power of their own screen. And then after the session, what you as a parent can expect is a level of connection that you won't find anywhere else. We'll give you personalized updates specifically tailored to what our tutor and your child worked on. If you want, we can give them extra practice in the game, specifically on the same topics that we worked on as well. So once again, to our adding fractions example, if we did a 30-minute tutoring session with your son or daughter on adding fractions, we could then go in and give them specific practice in the game as well, so that the next time they log in to play Prodigy, they're going to get that extra practice on adding fractions. And then we promise you that we're going to continue to monitor their progress. So it doesn't make sense for you to pay and for your child, quite frankly, to learn and to continue working on a topic that they might already know. And so if that's the case, we are comfortable enough because we have access to all that data that we can move on to the next topic. But also at the same time, if we realize they're struggling, we can go back and see, okay, is this a foundational thing that maybe we need to spend a little bit more time working on? And it's so much better than having them go through a workbook until they hit the end, what they can't master. But overall, we're going to make sure that no matter what we're doing, we are monitoring your child's experience. And last but not least, you might be wondering, how exactly do you go about signing up? It's super easy. There's 3 ways you can do this. First and foremost, if you log into your Prodigy parent account, there's a quick little button you can click right there as you log in that will direct you to our landing page, and you can sign up from there. If you're the type of person who prefers to Google something, you can just type in Prodigy Math Tutoring, or just check us out at tinyurl.com/prodigy tutoring. And last but not least, if you prefer the old school way of email communication, feel free to shoot me a message, tyler.liberty@prodigygame.com, and I will more than be ecstatic to help you get started. So I guess that's it from my end. Are there any questions that people might have that I can answer? Let me take a quick look here. Someone just asked about price. Each of our tutoring sessions is $24 for the 30-minute block. But most importantly, the first session for you to try is completely free. So if you check out our website and you go and try it out, we don't collect your credit card. All you need to do is give us a little bit of information about you and your child. And we would love to encourage you to come and try us out. Anything after that would obviously, as I said, be $24 a session, but we're super, super excited to work with you. Let's see what else here. Oh, can a tutor connect with my child's teacher so that they are in the loop? Yes. So if you want your teacher to email back and forth with our tutor, we're more than willing to do that. It's often best to keep all parties informed, and we found that teachers are really great at sort of guiding us and telling us what's coming up next in your child's class so that we can get a sense as to what's going on. What else did we get here? Policy for makeup sessions or cancellations. So if you have a life event that happens or you need to move your child's session around, that's no problem at all. As long as our tutor is free, it's super easy for us to find a new time that will work for your tutor and for you. So that's a great thing as well. Oh, this is a good one. What is your tutoring team's teaching philosophy? I think this is a great question. As I've said before, our entire process is about making sure that your child loves learning and loves coming to their tutoring session. If they're not there and enjoying it, it's never going to work. So fostering that sense of safety, that sense of learning, that sense of enjoyment is all key. And so we're going to do that through a variety of ways. We're going to make sure that the content that they're doing is aligned to stuff that they know. We're going to make sure that we're honing in on their interests. And last but not least, we're going to do it with a smile on their face and a cheery attitude. Because the last thing a person needs when they're signing up for a tutoring session is another adult yelling at them or telling them what they need to do. We're here to be the best math instructor that your child has ever had. And last but not least, how can I reinforce my child's learning outside of tutoring? This is a great, great question. If you're interested in doing so, there's plenty of free resources online that you can go and Google. But honestly, the best way I think is just having them play Prodigy. You'd be shocked at if they're playing Prodigy, how quickly that the game adapts to exactly what they need to know. And they'll have a blast doing it as well. All right, we'll see if any last questions come in, but I don't see anything just yet. Oh, here's one. What are my options if I don't see my child improving? We offer a 100% money back or 100% money back guarantee. So if you're trying us out and let's say we do 2 or 3 sessions and you find that there just hasn't been any learning that's been going on or your child has not progressed to the point that you'd like, we'll happily refund your money. But I'm willing to go on record right here and say that I really, really, really doubt that's going to happen. So far to date, almost all of the parents that we've worked with have had only positive things to say about us. And I know for a fact that all the tutors that we've hired are amazing teachers and are going to be there for your child every step of the way. Do we have anything else? Do I have to be there and be present during the session? So during the first free session, obviously we want you as a parent to be there to meet the tutor and get a sense of like, is this an adult that I'm going to trust my child's instruction with? But after that, you're free to go. So you'll get those 30 minutes back in your day. Feel free to work on whatever you like. We'll take over from there. And then any further sessions, we don't need you to um, be there as well. Let's see. I need help. My kid has just given up and thinks they're a failure when it comes to math. How can I bring her confidence back? Help. No worries. I get it. We've all been there. It's tough as a parent, and it's even tougher sometimes for a child learning math. And so, as I said, like here at Prodigy Tutoring, what we're trying to do is make sure that we can connect with your child on that level to make sure that even coming to their tutoring session is not a chore for them. So as I was saying, when I was working with Victoria's youngest child, the first few times that we worked together, he was so adamant that he hated math. Turns out he didn't hate math, and he was struggling at it, but more importantly, he hated the way he was being taught. And so by approaching it from so many different modalities, it was so key for him. Let's see, I don't think we have any other questions. But yeah, as I said, I don't see any other questions, but if at any point you can think of anything else that you want to know, you can obviously shoot me an email here, tyler.liberty@prodigygame.com, and I'd love to help you get started. But also I'm here to answer any questions about your child if you need any math instructional help as well. Thank you all so much for your time, and I hope you have a great rest of your night and day, I guess, if you're over in California or somewhere over there.